Chris from Eboost here. Today, we're talking about why brands are quietly paying a premium from human-created content and why the companies that aren't going to be left behind in 2026. In the last 18 months, audiences have lost the ability to tell brand content from AI content. Their default responses to that uncertainty is distrust. The brands solving this aren't writing better corporate content. They're stopping being corporate content publishers entirely and becoming publishers of identifiable humans. In this episode, I'll walk you through 3 things actually driving the human-first content premium: the lived experience factor, the visual authorship, and why trust is now the only moat AI hasn't commoditized. Let's start with what AI literally cannot fake. A model can write a confident paragraph about how to onboard a new sales rep. What it can write is a specific paragraph about onboarding the rep who turned out to be your highest performer, what you said in a week 3 that made it click, and what that taught you about the hiring profiles you used to overlook. The first version is a content artifact. Second one is in testimony. Audiences in 2026 can tell the difference, even if they can't articulate why. Most marketers see lived experience content and assume it means tone shifting towards casual storytelling. That's cosmetics version. The strategic version is content provenance. Did this point of view come from somewhere a model couldn't have been? Was a writer in the room? Did they actually run a test, ship the product, lose a deal? The premium attaches to content that carries a clear answer to those questions, because that's the content audiences can't get from the dozen other tabs open in their browser, right? For a mid-market marketing team, this is a content economics question hiding behind a content velocity question. You can publish 100 AI-assisted posts a month at near zero marginal cost. You can't replicate a single post with the real internal product data, name clients, and your founder's actual perspective on a Tuesday meeting. The first category is commoditized. The second is what people bookmark, share, and remember. Second source of premium is the structural shift in who fronts the content. The faceless corporate blog is dying because once audience can't trust brand-authored content, the only signal they have left is a named person with a track record they can pressure test. This is being called Employee Advocacy 2.0, and it deserves a more serious treatment than the version 1.0 conversations from a decade ago. The original idea was that employees would amplify company-produced content, and the new version inverts that relationship. Individual subject matter expert produce the content, and they own the byline and the brand affiliation. The company supports the operation around them. The editorial, design, distribution, analytics, all that becomes a creative services function of small roster of named SMEs. That inversion has unfortunate implications most marketing leaders haven't fully sat with, meaning for a portion of your brand equity is going to live inside a personal brand of specific employees, right? So your editorial calendar starts looking more like a managed roster than a content pipeline. And retention conversions now include the question of what happens to your audience if your top SME leaves, right? So the companies handling this well are treating their internal SMEs like a key account program, identifying the right people, investing in the distribution, locking long-term content rights, incentives upfront. Third, and most importantly, the reason I keep saying premium, not trend, trust is the only signal in the marketing stack that AI saturation hasn't commoditized, I think. Ad inventory is more abundant than ever, okay? Distribution channel has multiplied. Content production cost has collapsed. The one thing that's gotten scarcer is reason to believe. Once a person earns audience trust, the marginal cost of capturing that audience's future attention drops to near zero. A founder with 50,000 LinkedIn followers who genuinely believes she's been right about her category for 5 years can launch products without paid acquisition promotion. A practitioner who's built a recognizable point of view on a niche topic gets cited inside AI, search engines, and quoted industry conversations without spending $1 on PR. Those aren't soft brand outcomes. They're measurable costs of attention advantages that compound year over year. So that's what makes this a moat, not a tactic, I think. So trust accumulates slowly and survives algorithm changes, channel shifts, economic cycles in a way that paid media never has and SEO no longer reliably does. So the companies that start building visible author trust in 2026 will own audience attention through many years, right? The ones that wait are going to pay more for the same audience later. Same way the companies that ignored content marketing in 2010 ended up paying paid search rates for traffic that earlier movies were getting organically. So to recap, the human first premium is real and it's economic. AI made synthetic content infinite, which made trust scarce. 3 things are driving the premium. Lived experience is what AI can't fake. Visible authorships have replaced faceless corporate publishing, and trust is the only moat AI hasn't commoditized. The brands I expect to win in the next few years of attention aren't the ones with the biggest content budgets. They're the ones with the most credible humans willing to be visible. If you found this helpful, please subscribe, drop a comment below. All right, thank you. See you again.